Hey guys, it's me, King Kaiju here, and today I'm going to be giving you a review of Camp Cretaceous Season 4. I'll get straight to what you want to hear. This season is not bad. I know some people thought that the batshit insane stuff would make it kind of odd, and yeah, there was some moments that were but for the most part, the season is pretty good and I enjoyed most of it. Like when I reviewed Camp Cretaceous Season 3, I will start out with the complaints that I have because I don't have too many of them, and then I'll go on to the stuff that I really liked. Before I do that though, all of my complaints are spoiler related, so if you have not seen the show yet, go watch it before I get into complaints. This is your only warning. Past this point, spoilers are going to be said. Two of the kid characters in this show, Kenji and Brooklyn, end up being a couple. Now, I've seen the show for a couple hours now, so I've let it kind of dawn on me, and honestly, I think they could have done it a lot worse. However, it's still really kind of useless to the plot. It really doesn't add anything. And as well as that, if any of you know my Rip-Off Ranter channel, you guys will know that I am very much against shipping two characters, especially if they're kids. And of course, it's actually in the show, so it isn't technically shipping, but the fan base is probably still gonna do it, make tons of cringy edits, which I hate. I think it was probably my least favorite thing about the season, but that's just kind of because of my own prejudice. But I think people are going to see it and either feel nothing about it, or maybe they'll really like it. It really is not that big of a deal. The next issue I had is debatably worse. Probably for some people it is, not to me really, but it's the issue of fan service. There is a lot of it in this season. What I mean by this is that there are some dinosaurs included, like the Spinosaurus and, spoiler alert, Dilophosaurus, that are put into the show and they really don't have too much of a purpose. I'll go more specific into this and say the Spinosaurus, for example, it is in the show for like the last 3 episodes, and while it is very, very cool that we have the Spinosaurus back, it really does not do a whole ton except to be a plot convenience. Like when the Spinosaurus is chasing the kids get away from it for about 5 seconds, then they run into the Smilodon. The kids then start running away from the Smilodon, to which the Spinosaurus reappears and kills the Smilodon for them. This also ties into another issue that I had that I think a few other people think. The show drags on. There is 11 episodes in this, meaning that it is so far the lengthiest season so far, and really, it shouldn't be. It should be like 2 episodes less. But yeah, those are my complaints with the show. I really don't think any of them are too bad, and I still enjoyed the season. So with that being said, let's get on to the things that I really liked. Firstly, I liked this season's antagonist, whose name is Cash. He is debatably one of the most intense Jurassic Park villains in the entire franchise. To the people who always complain about Camp Cretaceous being too kid-like and being a kid show, trust me, Cash does things in this show that are very, very not kid-friendly. He straight up tortures some of these poor dinosaurs. I know I was just kind of ragging on it, but the Spinosaurus in this season, the few things that it does are really, really cool, and that might have been why I really didn't have a problem with it. Despite it basically being a plot convenience, I really, really liked the few times it appeared on screen. There was never a dull moment with it. Every time the Spino appeared, it was there to wreck house and be cool, and I love it. To wrap everything up, I want to mention something that I've been hearing a lot from people, and even I kind of said it even before the season came out, and I can now kind of debunk. When I first saw some of the stuff for this season, I thought that it would be absolutely insane, absolutely crazy, absolutely out there, and that it would either be really, really bad or really, really good. And after seeing it, I really do not think it's as crazy as I expected it to be. Again, it's not a bad season in my opinion, it's just kind of like, okay, but I expected a lot of crazy stuff to happen, and yet there wasn't a ton of crazy stuff that happened. I think the craziest thing was probably the Smilodon, because it really doesn't have much explanation other than it's a Smilodon and it's just there on this random island. Other than that, this season really just felt normal. I enjoyed most of it. There was even a few parts where I laughed, and I wouldn't say it's really that outlandish. I think this season sits at a good 7.5 out of 10. There's good and bad parts to it, but I myself think that I am about in the middle. But hey, that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy my thoughts on Camp Cretaceous Season 4. It's on Netflix if you want to go watch it. I think it's okay, but you guys can go check it out for yourselves, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.